Hi, I'm Lily. Today I'm going to read you a story. A very special family or the famous schemes. Okay, today I'm going to read you a story. Famous schemes. Reading it level 3B. Famous schemes. Okay, let's read it. In the country of Greece, there is a special valley where two small rivers come together. The name of the valley of Olympia. Olympia? In the reading end, it comes to Olympia. I'll show you later. If you walk Olympia, there are groves of trees on the slopes, and here and there a small farm. It's a pretty valley, but you might wonder what's so special about it. If you walked along one of its rocky pathways, you might think those things had never been much different here. But if you sat down on a stone to rest, you might notice that the stone was not an ordinary one, but a chunk of big pillar that had been broken off. You would see that it is pitted and chipped and covered with moss, and so must be very old. If you got up and looked around the trees, you might see rows of ancient broken pillars still standing there. You might guess that at one time, very, very long ago, they had held up a roof. It was the roof of a stadium that sheltered the people who watched the world's first Olympic Games. Let's follow a young man named Philip, whose hometown, Athens, chose him to run in one of the first Olympic Games. Philip walked more than 100 miles from Athens to Olympia. Athletes came to Olympia from all parts of Greece. Some of the young men were runners and jumpers, some were boxers, some were wrestlers, and some were the javelin, a kind of spear. Others threw the discus, a heavy plate made of stone or metal. Some raced in chariots, two-wheeled wagons pulled by great war horses. The winners of the contest would be called the best of the whole country of Greece. Philip and other athletes practiced with their trainers in the big gymnasiums at Olympia for months before the festivities and contests began. Tents of many colors housed the thousands of visitors. There were both where they could buy food, olives, goat cheese, hunk cakes, and refreshing drinks. They could also buy clothing, jewelry, vases, cooking pots, or even horses. Acrobats, jugglers, and magicians performed tricks for the holiday crowd. There were swallows, and fire eaters. As he waited with the other runners for the signal that would start the race, Philip felt his heart pound with excitement. The Olympic Games were very important to the Greek people. Everyone had a holiday, so they whoever wanted to take off the sea games. Americans even stopped fighting so that the soldiers could go to watch. More than anything else in the world, Philip wanted to win this race for himself, for the beloved city of Athens, and for the god Zeus. One of the ways the Greek people worshipped their god was to hold these Olympic Games in his honor. When the race started, the crowd grew silent. Philip could feel his bare feet pounding in the ground on the track as he passed one, then another of the runners. At last there was only one runner ahead of him, but this runner stayed ahead. Philip tried to remember everything his trainer had taught him, and slowly he came closer to the head runner. But the race was nearly over. Could he pass this runner in time? At the finish line, they were almost side by side. Wild cheers and shouting filled the air. The Phil's friends, well-wishers, ran onto the field. They picked Philip up and carried him high over their heads. Then Philip knew he had won. Philip received his winner's prize in front of a great statue showing Zeus, the most important Greek god, sitting on a throne made of ivory and a rare dark wood called ebony. The statue is as high as a house. It was decorated with gold and silver, and Zeus' eyes were sparkling jewels. The winner's prize was only a simple little crown made from an olive branch, but the crown was supposed to be a gift from Zeus himself. Those who received it were believed to be favored by the god for the rest of their lives. Okay, today I read just a story about these famous games, and these famous games were Olympic games. And this book is very similar to this, reading in level 6 Olympic Games. Okay, today I read you a story about these famous games. Okay, bye!